Hi everybody, it's Marlene here with Spine and Rehab Specialist. So I'm going to be making a video for you guys today about some common exercise mistakes that I've commonly seen pretty frequently in the gym. And there's only going to be about 3 that I'm going to go over, and each of them have about 2 or 3 commonly improper movement patterns that I've seen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that and then also discuss the different ways that you can correct this. Okay, so the first one I'm going to demonstrate is any type of machine that involves like a leg press or a squat type of movement, whether it's either your upper body moving or the platform moving. Something I commonly see is either not enough movement going on, speed of movement is too quick, and then what happens to your knees whenever you're extending. Okay, so the first thing is I commonly see not a lot of movement going on here. Okay, so you're not really working the muscles that you're targeting. So you want to make sure that you go as low as you're able to without having any knee pain or back pain in this region, and extending slowly. Okay, so you want to do everything slow. If you're working here, you're not really getting an effective strengthening exercise for your muscles. Another thing that you want to look at is when you straighten out your knees, you don't want to let your knees drop like this. You want to make sure that you control it slowly to make sure that you're protecting your knees as you do this exercise. Okay, so the next one that I see commonly being done improperly is rows. So any type of rowing machine, or if you have any TheraBand or sports cords like this, rows is a really good exercise for your posture and just general back strengthening. So the first thing that I see is the posture that you're in before you start. Something else I'm going to go over is the amount of shoulder shrugging that you're getting, and then also what happens to your shoulders as you're moving back. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're in a good posture. So you don't want to be here. You want to make sure that you're nice and straight. Okay, your arms start off nice and straight, and you're going to come back and squeeze your shoulder blades. Something that I see commonly is allowing your shoulders to shrug. You're just creating a lot more overactivity of this muscle that tends to be tight, and it tends to be overactive all the time. So if you really want to target the muscles that are meant to be targeted with this exercise, you really have to control, make sure that you don't do this. Okay, just straight back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Something you want to watch out for to protect your shoulder is don't let your elbows come back here and allow your shoulder to come forward. You're just putting additional strain here, and again, you're not getting that effective exercise that you need for the shoulder blades. Okay, so nice and slow and controlled, just like anything else. All right, so the last exercise is I'm going to go over planks. Planks are really good for your core, and I've seen a lot of this being done. You can modify it different ways to make it easier for you, but I'm going to demonstrate just a general one where it's in a full plank position. Some of the mistakes I see with this is obviously the amount of bending or extension you're getting in your low back. So pelvic position is very important for this. And another thing that I see with this is what's happening with your shoulders and your shoulder blades as you're holding that position. And I'll demonstrate that, and I'll go into more detail about it. Right, so you want to make sure whenever you do your planks, you want to pay attention to what's going on with your pelvis. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're not tucked in here and allowing that back to extend, because you're not really activating your core. You want to make sure your core is activated and your alignment is nice and straight. You don't want to be here. Okay, again, this isn't going to do anything for you really. All right, and another thing that you want to look for is what's happening with your shoulders. You don't want to be here. You want to make sure that you're nice and pushed up, kind of like you're gonna get ready to do a push-up, and your core is activated and your body's completely straight.